Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Business Podcast brought to you by TokenMinds. I'm your host, Rob Eijgenraam, director at TokenMinds, a full service crypto and NFT agency. In this podcast, we're discussing any blockchain topic that is relevant for businesses and founders. Today, we're talking about DAO development, what founders need to take into account. I have in the podcast with me Josh, who is a veteran blockchain development manager, and we are gonna talk about what is a DAO, what you can do with your own DAO, the smart contract development of a DAO, and the dApp development of a DAO. So, George, let's start with the first one. What is a DAO?
So, first of all, thank you very much, Rob, for having me here again. In a nutshell, DAO is like a building a corporation in the blockchain without CEOs, any board of directors, with only the smart contract governing the direction of the organization. It's a member-owned community without centralized leadership. It's a safe way to collaborate in the internet with strangers. And lastly, it's a safe place to commit funds for specific use. That is basically what the DAO in a nutshell.
And what can founders and businesses do with a DAO, with their own DAO?
Actually, looking for your DAO's objective is one of the most important things before building one. You can actually define several objectives. For example, protocol DAOs like Uniswap, they provide liquidity. Some DAOs are into charity. They can accept membership and donation from anyone in the world to fund their charity and events. Some DAOs are also venture grants, which create venture fund for startups and other starting companies. And it can also be as trivial as voting for the best memes or the best music.
Right, that's interesting. And regarding the smart contract development of a DAO, what should founders take into account?
So for the smart contract development, is you will need actually three. In my case, I would recommend three important smart contracts that needs to be built. So the first one, the most important one, I think, is having your DAO token smart contract. This is either an ERC20 or ERC71 token smart contract that will be used for voting. So, for example, you can create a specific DAO token that will allow your community to vote. Anyone who has that particular token or holds that particular token will be the one allowed to vote in any business decision or any proposal in the smart contract. Second is the governor, which this is basically the DAO itself. So it contains all the function of the decentralized autonomous organization, such as being able to propose a certain initiative, canceling a vote, and then specifying a certain voting period. And then lastly, these days, this is one of the required. This is not actually a prerequisite for DAOs, but most of the DAOs, for transparency's sake, they use a certain time-lapse smart contract. So this time-lapse smart contract, this allows specific delays in the execution of the proposal that will allow the token holders to decide whether they can sell their tokens in case there are certain proposals that they don't like. So, for example, a certain token holder proposed proposed like withdrawing funds from the existing vault, and then some of the token holders doesn't agree with that. They can essentially sell the token that they have and leave the whole community of the DAO. Yeah, that's basically the three smart contracts that you need for building a decentralized autonomous organization or DAO.
Okay, so you need minimum three smart contracts, and I guess you also need like the dApp development, right? Are there any things
Yes.
to take into account there?
Yes. So for the DApp, like any other applications in the internet, you will need a certain interface where the community can interact to. In this case, you will need a DApp. Most of the time, it's like a voting DApp, similar to voting application that you see in the internet. However, the difference is it is connected to the smart contract in the blockchain, where the only ones, as mentioned a while ago, who can vote or propose a certain initiative will be the ones who has the DAO token specific for that particular smart contract. So building this dApp might be in stack like React.js. This is the most popular. And then after building this particular dApp um, in React.js, for example, all they need to do is integrate it with Web3 wallets to allow the community to vote.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much, George, for this introduction to DAO development. Really appreciate it. Maybe we can deep dive into some specific areas in further podcasts. For now, thanks everybody for listening. And coincidentally, we also have from TokenMinds a special package published on our website about DAO development as well, which you can check out. TokenMinds.co/DAO development. And see you in the next podcast. Bye.